Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to Abhishek Chauhan Daily Vlogs. As I promised yesterday that I'm going to make a vlog on who is responsible for Russia-Ukraine war. Russia-Ukraine war is the most burning topic in this world today in the entire world media, and we know that this war is exceeded more than the expected time. Russia accepted this war to end within the month, but this is right now that more than 150 days this war is still going on. And if this remained continued, little escalation can turn into third world war situation. The chances of third world war was always available there since the beginning of this war, but they are still there. Still there are chances of world war. So this is a very dangerous situation this world is going to face, is facing, and is going to face if this further exceeds, further escalates, if anyone did a mistake of attacking at a strategic point or area, or any third member came into this scene directly, and there are many members which are participating in this war indirectly, but if they come and directly participate in this war, this can turn into a just like a boom situation, just like an explosion, and humanity is going to see a serious dangerous situation ever faced in the history of the mankind. This is very dangerous situation, the critical situation. So, so, so we have to discuss the point that who is really responsible for this war? Who is the real cause of this war? In this war, since the beginning, we see there are three main characters. One is Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia. One is Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. And the third is president of United States, Joe Biden. Joe Biden, if someone asked me to choose one person who is really responsible for this war, I would clearly say Mr. Joe Biden is responsible for this entire situation, which has put the world in a serious danger of nuclear war. This is so dangerous situation that it can blast at any time. So how Joe Biden is responsible when the entire media is portraying Putin as responsible for these situations? Look, since the day first Vladimir Putin became president of Russia, Western media is always portraying him as a demon, as a murderer, as a terrorist, as a killer of people's mass killing, as a dictator. Western media is always trying its best to defame the Vladimir Putin, and it is agenda of Western media to always defame Vladimir Putin. So, how is now come to the point. How Joe Biden is really responsible for this war? So before you look at Russia-Ukraine war, you have to remember the little past that there happened one another event in this entire world geopolitical situation, and that event is death of democracy in Afghanistan, which the entire world witnessed silently. It was not a big situation, but few 70,000 terrorists came and they just threatened the democracy in Afghanistan, and Afghani government ran away. Afghani soldiers surrendered because they never get much support from the world. Right now, whole world is supporting Ukraine because mostly the maximum countries in the world act like puppets in the hand of United States. They are puppets in the hand of United States. They don't have their spine, they don't have their thinking, they don't have their soul. They are just like puppets in the hands of USA. What USA say, they act like pet dogs. All members of, especially the members of NATO, they are members of, they are like pet dogs of USA. So whatever happens in this world, mostly USA is dictating those policies. Human right crisis or human right crisis for the whole world if USA think it is human right crisis. Otherwise, world ignore those human right crises. No one care about what is happening in Yemen, what is happening in Iraq, what is happening in Iran, what is happening in Syria, what is happening in Afghanistan. Humanity crises are happening everywhere in this world. What is happening in Pak occupied Kashmir? No one thinks about it. But when something happened in Ukraine, when Russian forces entered the Ukraine, this became a global scene. The whole world started at once criticizing the Vladimir Putin. It is simply because USA wants Vladimir Putin to be criticized. Entire world media is under control of USA and UK. So it is Joe Biden. When Joe Biden came in power, Afghanistan came under Afghanistan problem happens. Taliban reign came there, their regime came there, and democracy was kicked out. Entire world becomes silent spectator. US withdraw its troops from Afghanistan. If I have to choose a person responsible for whatever happened in Afghanistan, today Taliban have banned the girl education in Afghanistan, as we all know. It is USA who did meeting with Taliban. No, first time in the history of the world, a democratic nation did a meeting with a terrorist organization. This is just ridiculous. Good evening. As I was discussing earlier, that Joe Biden is responsible for this entire scene, and now I am going to prove how. As I told you earlier that whatever happened in Afghanistan, it is because of the fake policies of Joe Biden. Democracy was kicked out by terrorist group, and the entire world was a mute spectator. At that time, it was not a humanity crisis for the world countries because they mostly act as the puppets in the hands of USA. So right now, whatever happened in Ukraine and in between Russia and Ukraine, it is again United States which is responsible for this entire war. When US forces faced a setback in Afghanistan, under their nose the country was captured by Taliban. So US was a little bit ashamed. The face of USA was a little bit defamed in this entire situation, and US want to score points. So they just started provoking the Ukrainian president Vladimir Zelensky to join the NATO. It is natural for entire and every developed powerful country to attack any enemy country if the enemy troops came closer to its borders. Just imagine a situation if there was USSR and Mexico going to join the USSR. Was not USA NATO attacked Russia at that time? Not attacked Mexico at that time? Definitely yes, because no one wants his enemy to come closer to its borders. So similarly, USA provocates the Ukraine to join NATO just to secure its numbers. Joe Biden just want to prove that he is more powerful than the previous presidents who feared Russia, and they never provoked the other members to join NATO because of the fear of Putin. Putin's image is like a strong leader, and all its opponents fear him. is strong. He had guts to take strong decisions. So no one, even Trump never tried to join Ukraine into the NATO alliance. Not just they try to provocate the Sweden and other countries, but Biden wants to prove that he's better than capable than Trump. He provocates the Vladimir Zelensky, and Vladimir Zelensky told him that his country is going to join NATO alliance, and this is the main reason where the war started. As everyone knows, Putin is a dangerous and aggressive leader, and he will do everything to save his country from its enemies. So he did what is natural. And during those time, it was a fake news created by USA that Russia is going to take Ukraine, which was a fake news. He created a fake news. USA created fake news that Russia is going to take Ukraine and all other countries to create a same country like what it used to be in USSR time. It was a fake story just to defame USA, just to defame Russia, as it is done from the first day since the Vladimir Putin becomes the president of Russia. USA is doing this again and again and again. So this fake story motivated the Vladimir Zelensky to join the NATO, and when Vladimir Zelensky tried to join, everyone see that Russian army came to the borders of Ukraine and entered the borders of Ukraine. First, US president promised him that they will come and protect directly, but when the situation happened, they just remain silent spectator because they fear Russia. They are just coward peoples. They are not. They only provocates you. They only speak about the security of other nations, but they are not ready to protect their friends. And I openly challenge, if Russia attacks some other countries in the NATO alliance, small countries in the NATO alliance, USA is not going to participate in that war directly, because it's nature of USA to betray the friends. USA is only loyal to United Kingdom and not to any other nations. Only USA and UK have strong friendship, and all others are just pet dogs of USA. That's it. One person is responsible for two wars. One is Taliban war happened in Afghanistan, and other in Ukraine-Russia war, and that person is Joe Biden. Just think about it, analyze it properly. He is responsible for this entire situation, because these situations were available in this geopolitical situation of this world before Biden. But all US president played their role responsibly, and they never tried to add new members into the NATO, which Biden tried to do, which resulted into the war. If the future third world war happens, only one person is responsible, and that is Joe Biden. Thank you very much for watching, and if you like this video, share it, and if you have your own thinking, you can comment, and if you want more videos like that, subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. With great power comes great responsibility, which USA is not taking. US is the leading nation in the world, leading power, leading economy, but they are not acting like a responsible, reasonable world power. When the world powers, the most powerful countries in this world are irresponsible and hypocrite, then world security is always in danger. The NATO alliance are always hypocrites, stupid. The leading powers like USA, France, Germany, Australia, and especially UK and USA, they are the most hypocrite nation in the entire world. That's why whatever is happening in Ukraine, I will call especially Joe Biden is responsible for this entire situation. You need to take every decision with the deep thinking, keeping all situations in mind. Whatever decision was taken by Biden, it was very irresponsible, mad, stupid decision, and we see the situation. World is in danger. If little escalation happened, you're gonna see a huge bloodshed, nuclear holocaust all over the world, and that's it. Last, I want to add that former US President Mr. Donald Trump was more intelligent and more broad minded than Mr. Joe Biden. Trump used to look stupid, but he was not. He was an intelligent and broad minded leader. At that time, US was stable and US used to look powerful nation in the world. Right now, under the policies of Joe Biden, US have lost its glory, grace, and right now US look powerless, weak, and all the policies of US are not that of a leading nation in the world. So that's what I want to say, that Joe Biden is uh, incompetent and weak leader. Peoples of US have to think about it. Thank you very much.